Today's cup of coffee comes from our very own Michael Yates. Recently, Michael Rex. I'm glad he went back to Yates. That makes things simpler for me, and God knows I need simple, Yates. I really need simple. Anyhow, Yates writes, about 40 or so years ago, I worked in a Jolche's shoe factory. A chap about my age worked near me, and his name was Dave. He wasn't really the brightest spark and didn't get jokes unless you explained them to him. I think the word for Dave was slow. He was dating a girl in a town 6 miles away, and he had a Vespa scooter. He used to travel on the back road that took him past a high stone wall that encompassed a stately home called Rushton Hall. On the previous Friday evening, he took the usual trip to see his girlfriend in the next town. This is the story he told me the next Monday after the incident. Dave said he left seeing his girlfriend at about 11:30 at night. He was riding home past the Rushton Hall stone wall when his engine suddenly stopped. As Dave was trying to kickstart his scooter back to life, he noticed a man sitting on the wall in the moonlight. Now, this wall is about 7 feet high and 400 years old, and one would need a ladder to reach the top. Dave said the man was about 15 feet away from him, just the width of the lane. Dave said that the man was a Roman soldier, except he had leather shorts on instead of the traditional skirt. Dave only knew of the classic dress of the Roman soldier. Dave stated that the soldier sat there grinning at him. Feeling a bit uncomfortable about this clearly defined presence, Dave ran with his scooter, finally managed to bump start it, and headed home. What Dave didn't know was that the foundations of a Roman villa had been unearthed about 70 years prior to his encounter, quite near the same spot of the sighting within the Rushton Hall grounds. Also, Roman soldiers in Britain wore leather leggings against the cold weather they faced, and not the classic skirt depicted by film producers. Wow, Yates, that's a really neat story, and I wonder if Dave got the full effect of that he had seen a fully formed apparition. And what was your reaction to it, Yates? That would be sort of, that's hard. I don't have poker face, not at all, and so that would be sort of one of those to not make some kind of wah type statement. That would just be me. So anyhow, send the rest of your stories in, folks. If you've had a personal encounter, if you know of someone who has told you of any kind of paranormal or supernatural encounter, send those in. And that, or you're going to have to hear my tales. And after yesterday, I think everybody's like, just let's other people tell stories. Let her tell other people's stories. Hers was rather intense. And thank you all for the kindness yesterday. And it's, youngest kid is right. He's like, that scares people. Yeah, it is what it is. And I don't let it ruin my day. And I certainly don't let it ruin sharing other people's supernatural and paranormal encounters. You all have a beautiful, blessed day.